Hi friends! Welcome back to my channel. This is Shio, and today we are going to be taking a look at whether you are going to reconcile with this person. So this video was inspired by another song from the Tortured Poets department, and this was inspired by I'm Gonna Get You Back. And if you're unfamiliar, I am doing a series on this channel where I do tarot readings based on some of the songs that Taylor did in the Tortured Poets department. So if you're interested to watch any more of those videos, I will have the playlist linked down below. And yeah, without further ado, we have your three groups to choose from today. Group number 1, we have Hawk and the Green Fluorite. Group number 2, we have Beaver and the Aura Plated Rose Quartz. And group number 3, we have Cosmic Egg with the Amethyst. So take a look at the groups to see which one is calling out to you. And once you are ready, the timestamps will be linked down in the description box, and I will see you there for your reading. Hi group 1s, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Hawk and the Green Fluorite, this is your reading about whether or not you're going to reconcile with the person you have in mind. So we're going to start out by doing a little energy check. The card that you actually picked is depicting your energy. So first we're going to talk about your energy, the kind of person that you are. I'm going to do a brief description of it, and then we're also going to check in with your person's energy. So if this part of the reading resonates, then you know that this group is for you. But if it doesn't resonate at all, then feel free to choose a different group from this reading. And also do keep in mind that sometimes the energies could be mirrored. So although I am talking about this card as your energy, this could also represent your person's energy, and you might find your energy in your person's card, vice versa. So take the reading how it resonates, and let's get started with talking about your energy. So you were represented by the Hawk card, and this gives me the impression that you're very good at seeing things, almost seeing things very clearly. You have a bird's eye view, and it's like when it comes to this situation with your person, you are looking at every single thing that is surrounding you, looking at every little thing that happened, and almost looking too much into little details. So it's one thing to see the bigger picture, but it's another thing if you are constantly looking at the fine details of things and reading too much into it almost, right? So I feel like you have the tendency to read too much into everything. Maybe if the person were to not talk to you for a while, or maybe they behave in a certain way that may not have meant much, but because you read too much into their actions, it felt like you kind of caused issues, or you made a mountain out of a molehill because you read too much into what your person was doing. The hawks are also creatures that does a lot of hunting, so I feel like you're definitely somebody who is powerful, who is someone that people should look up to and should be respectful of, right? You're a person in your element, and you are confident by nature. So that is also another impression that I'm getting. But I think because you know that you are someone who is powerful, who has their stuff together, that you don't really take a lot of BS when it comes to relationship, especially when it comes to this person. Another thing that I'm also getting is that it almost feels like you're so confident that you feel like you know everything, and that you see everything that's going on, and that might have been part of the reason why you're not that receptive, or you couldn't see a different perspective when it came to the relationship that you had with this person. Now we're going to check in with your person's energy, and they got the Wolf card. So with this card, the first word that came to my mind is the lone wolf, right? I feel like your person might be a bit of a recluse. They might not really outwardly express what they feel or what they think, but they also come across as a very wise person. Like, they know what's happening, they know what they're doing. They just don't feel like they need to validate what they're doing or express their process of things unnecessarily. So in a sense, like, you as a hawk person might be looking at everything they're doing and reading too much into it, but for them, they're walking with confidence, and they might take certain action, but it's only to reach the angle of where they're trying to get at. Like, they don't seem like the kind of person that would explain their actions to you. And so I see this dynamic almost like you would be asking them a lot of questions, seeing if, like, whatever you're reading it into is accurate, right? Seeing if that's your instincts are true, or what you're imagining or what you're seeing is true. And this person might not necessarily give you an answer, and so that could get really frustrating, because you'll feel like almost like they're ignoring you or ignoring what you're asking them about. And it's not that this person has ill intent, or that they're hiding something. It's just that they don't feel like they need to explain every single action towards you. And it just seems like you do have the tendency to ask a little bit more than necessary, and this makes this person go inwards even more, because they're like, well, I don't need to talk about that. Like, why do I have to explain that to you? It doesn't play into anything. Like, it, in the grand scheme of thing, it doesn't matter. So I'm not going to talk about it, and we don't have to deal. It's not an issue. We don't have to deal with that issue. It's kind of the energy that I'm getting. So yeah, that is the energy check-in for you and that person. Oh, and I also wanted to mention your person is also a hunter, right? So you both are in your element, and you both are very confident, and you're both good at what you're doing, which is also why you feel like, whatever you ask should be answered, and they feel like they shouldn't have to defend themselves, because you're both kind of confident, and almost to a point where you don't feel like you need to give in to each other because you're confident. But yeah, that is the energy check-in. So now we're going to get into the other parts of the reading, where we are going to see if you are going to reconcile with this person. So starting with your first oracle card, you guys have seeing clearly. This is the Hangman card, number 12. So 12s could be significant. But this card is also very clearly indicating your energy, or the hawk person's energy. And this card says it's time to view things from a different perspective. You have the blessed gift to see past the current situation and envision amazing possibilities. Don't worry, the pause in the momentum while you rethink your plan won't last. Embrace your uniqueness and allow it to serve you. So this card is making me feel like the pause that you're having with this wolf person, it's momentary. I feel like it's momentary, but it was also very necessary, because there is something that you had to change about yourself, and that is to see things in a different perspective. It's almost like, because you're the hawk person, or the hawk person is viewing every single thing in such minute detail, that they're focusing on the negative things or the negative possibilities, instead of putting attention to the positive possibilities that could be out there. So Spirit is saying, whatever you water, whatever you focus on grows. And because you are gifted with, the hawk person is gifted with this energy of seeing everything so clearly, they sometimes don't know how to discern what is a good thing to focus on and what is not. So Spirit's advice for this hawk person is that use this ability, use this gift for you to see everything, and use it to focus on the positive things, so that you are able to create a beautiful future for yourself, and one that you like. If you're going to keep focusing on the negative things or the nitty-gritty things, it's not going to help you in the long run, right? So there is a change in perspective that this hawk person needs to do. And I think right now, other than changing their perspective and changing how they look at things, they don't necessarily need to take any actions either, because with the hangman, it just represents the energy of stagnation and a momentary pause. So that pause is very, very, very needed if you want this relationship to have longevity in the future. And now we're going to take a look at your next oracle card, and you guys have the elements. So these are the elemental fairies representing the 4 elements. We have earth, water, air, and fire. And this card talks about taking a moment to be present in nature. And it's like the elements are always all around us, right? We have a water that exists in every single living things. If you go out into the world, you have the earth element, that is everything that's connected to nature. There's the air element, the wind that is blowing, or the air that's surrounding you, and the fire element, the heat and the warmth from the sun. So I think this card also talks about having the need to find balance and stillness. So stillness definitely links back to the hangman card that we just got, but the need to find balance, it's like, it feels like you have, I'm really getting that your energy is the hawk person, but I feel like you almost have so much going on that you're kind of like high strung on every single aspect of your life. It's not just this relationship that you are kind of focusing a lot on. Like, I feel like you have this same kind of energy in other areas of your life, and there is a need to find balance where you're not just always expending your energy outwards and focusing on things that are outwards, not focusing on this wolf person, not focusing on your work, not focusing on your family. I feel that Spirit says you need to find energy and you need to draw all those focus back inwards with the hangman as well. It's that introspection, and see where it is that maybe you are not doing things right, or you might be reading too much into little things, or you might be focusing on the negative. So Spirit encourages you to take a break, go into nature, and see what fresh perspective nature has for you, and a fresh perspective that nature can bring for you. All right, so now let's look into your romance angel oracle cards to see what they have to say. And you guys, oh my gosh, you guys got the card reconciliation. If you're curious to know the answer to your question, will you reconcile with this person? Very high chance that you will, because you got the reconciliation card. And it says someone from your past is returning to your life. So I do see that this wolf person will return to you and they will come back to you. However, the speed of which they do all depends on how fast you are able to do your inner work and change your perspective. Use your power, but use it to serve you, not to go against you, right? Because you have such a powerful skill of observation and seeing into the fine details, and you need to use it to serve you. And the sooner you can do that, the sooner you can work on your energy and create that change, the faster this wolf person is going to be able to come back to you. It's not that they don't want to be here, it's just that right now they know that it's not the right time to do that. Right now it almost feels like they need to give you this space so that you are able to do that inner work, because if they were around you, I don't think you would have been able to do the work that you need to do. And so Spirit is like almost making this space so that you can grow as a person, and that you could be someone that could be receptive towards this relationship. So we're going to take a look at 2 more oracle cards to see further messages about this reconciliation that's going to be happening with this wolf person. So Spirit, can we have 1 more card, please? Let's take this one. Okay. Oh, this is so cute. All right. You guys first have date, meeting someone new, dating, get back out there, plan, set a date. So I feel like the wolf person would come back and ask you out on a date. Like you guys would start dating again. I don't think you're gonna necessarily date somebody new. I really think it's the same person that you're going to go out on a date with again after you are able to put in some work for yourself. They will see the change. They do love you, and like they do think that they do see you as their equal. You guys are like equal, but in reverse. Even the symbols, like look at it. It's just a triangle with a line facing downwards, and yours is facing upwards. It's like you guys are the same energy, but in a reverse. So they see you as their equal. They do want to date you. They just know that right now you're not in balance in your own energy, and they probably are. They probably are in their element, and they have a good hold of it. And I think you need to have a better hold of your own energy. And then you guys also had the love card, and this is saying unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. So it is important to give yourself self-love. And I'm also seeing with the oneness that you guys are almost like 2 peas in a pod, like 2 halves of a whole, 2 sides of the same coin, right? So the love exists with this card as well. So that is a very beautiful confirmation to have for you, group number 1s. And now we're going to finish off the reading with some tarot cards. I want to ask Spirit any additional, ooh, that's way too many. Any additional messages that we have. Let me put all these back because they all flipped in a weird way. All right. Any additional messages that we have for this reconciliation, Spirit? We kind of know when it's going to happen. It's going to happen when you put in that time to do that inner work for yourself. But any additional advice that you have? Oh, you guys have the 4 of Wands. That is so cute. Yes, I feel like because you two are 2 halves of a whole, you guys will both be, let me get this card. You guys will both be able to build a stable future together. And then you also have the Empress. So the Empress talks about, oops, sorry, I kicked my camera and I kicked it again. Oopsie. Okay, so the Empress talks about like manifestation, things that you want to have coming into fruition. So it also talks about somebody in their very strong power. So I almost feel like you need to get into your feminine energy and be confident, be in your power, be in balance with everything. And with the 10 of Wands as well, I think once you start working on this inner work, that the days of you carrying so much on your shoulder and being so stressed out is going to be over. So you will be able to have, you know, the stage of you having so much on your shoulder is coming to an end almost. Yeah. So you are walking into a whole new chapter of your life. You also had the Sun card that flipped out for you. So a lot of happiness that is coming in. I also see that with this reconciliation with this wolf person, I feel like there's a possibility for you to have a family together, conceive and have a child together, and bring a lot of joy and happiness in each other's lives. Oh, that is such a beautiful energy. I really think that you are going to reconcile with this person after you do that little bit of inner work that Spirit was encouraging you to do. And then you also have a 3 of Pentacles. I also do see that the 2 of you will be working towards something together. Like you guys might start a business together. You actually have a few more cards that came out, and I'm going to read them for you because I wanted to just pull 5 cards, but you have 6 that came out. And so you have the Page of Swords. So I really think that after I think that both of you would be, when you do get back together, you guys will both be working towards learning better ways to communicate with each other, right? Like learning how to talk to each other, learning each other's languages, because it's not like just because you do the inner work doesn't change who you are as a person. You might still be very good at looking into the tiny details of things, and sometimes this wolf person might do stuff that you're like, explain to me why you did that, and they can just shut down on you and not answer you. So I feel that when you do get back together, you both will find a way to work through this communication so that you are able to build a solid foundation together. You will come back with this energy that like learning how to communicate, learning how to talk to each other is going to be very, very crucial and very important. And even though it makes you uncomfortable, it might be a new learning curve for both of you, because this relationship and this connection is so important and so worth it. You will want to like work together on it, like put in effort to learn something new. And the last card that actually flipped out for you was the Emperor card. So this is just very interesting because you have the Empress and the Emperor. I do feel like you guys are two halves of a whole. Like you guys are the balanced energy. And the thing about finding someone with the balanced energy is that it is very crucial that you yourself are in your element, that you yourself are in balance. Because when you're not in balance, when you're carrying too much on your shoulder, when you are too much into one kind of energy or one kind of mindset, it throws everything off balance, and it makes it so that this person who is your equal is no longer your equal, because you're no longer in balance with this person's energy. So Spirit says that this person is supposed to be your other half, but it is so crucial because they are your other half that you find the balance, the wholeness, the healing in yourself, because then you'll be able to find it in this other person, and that will reflect upon this relationship. But anyway, I am very, very happy that your message has been so positive. So definitely think that reconciliation with this person is very, very highly possible, and so is building a beautiful future together. For the two of you, it's so beautiful. I'm so grateful that you allow me to do this reading for you, and I really hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, do leave me a like, comment, or subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye! Hi Group 2s, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Aura Plated Rose Quartz, this is your reading whether you're going to reconcile with the person you have in mind. So the first part of the reading, we're going to do an energy check-in. So I will describe your energy and your person's energy, and if this part of the reading resonates, you can keep watching. Also do note that energies are sometimes represented in a mirrored fashion, so your person's card could also represent your energy and vice versa, right? So they could be mirrored, but if you don't see either yourself or your person in this reading, then I recommend choosing a different group because you might find their energies elsewhere. So let's get started with your oracle card. The card that was representing you is actually the beaver. And this, to me, talks about how you are a very family-oriented person. You like to build a stable nature, and it feels like you work really hard. Like you're a person who works hard to build a solid foundation for your family. You care a lot about your loved ones. You could be somebody that spends a lot of time with your family. You love family gathering. You just love being surrounded by your family and the people that you love. And this also makes it seem like creating a family and like you want to have kids. You're definitely not somebody who just wants to be alone for the rest of their life. Like you want to build, even if it's not kids, you want to have like you and your partner to have maybe pets, but you do want to be surrounded by different energies and different souls almost. And with the water card representing you as well, I do feel like you are someone who is a little more tapped into their emotions, and you like to express your feelings as much as possible. So yeah, that's the beaver card, and that's the card that is representing you. Now let's see what your person's card is. So for your person, they got the panther, and this immediately gave the vibe of like protection. I get I thought of the Black Panther as your person's card came out, but it's also like they're a little aggressive and a little mysterious. And I just noticed one thing. You see how in the beaver card the background is like green and yellow, and in the panther card his eyes are green and yellow. It's like these cards are usually, it's mostly dark, but they do have pops of colors, and it's so interesting that you guys have the similar colors to each other. It's almost like all this panther person sees is you, is your world. Like they actually focus a lot on you, and they care a lot about you. I wonder why you guys are thinking of a reconciliation. This almost gives me the feeling like you guys are not really separated. I feel like you're the group that just wants to know if your connection is, if it ever breaks apart, if you guys will come back together. Or maybe you're in a little pause right now, or this panther person might be a little busy right now to always like respond to your messages, so then you feel like maybe you guys are drifting apart and you want to see if you will reconcile. That's the energy that I'm getting. I don't feel like this is an actual separation that's happening here, because I feel that this panther person is still looking at you. They are still looking out for you, and they still want to be protective of you and your family and everything that you care about. It's like they almost feel like a guardian for you. Yeah, they're always looking out for you. I think when you guys are together as well, they are very protective towards you, and they make sure that you don't get into any kind of trouble or danger. And it also makes me feel like they take a lot of actions when it comes to you. Like if you need help, they will always be there to help you as well. Yeah, so that's the two energies that I got for you and your person. So if this part resonated, you can keep watching. So the next oracle card that we have, you have the 10 of emotion. Okay, so this is the 10 of cups, and it says life is blessing you with a wonderful and loving family. Great happiness and emotional fulfillment are now on the horizon. Harmony with those you love is assured. By offering forgiveness, understanding, and kindness to others, you're rewarded with unconditional love. I just feel like you are surrounded by people who loves you, not just from this person, but I feel like your whole family loves you because you're such a caring soul. Like, yeah, I also feel that, I know we're talking about reconciliation, so this is definitely a sign that says you're going to reconcile, because you have the 10 of cups. Like that's happy family, that's wish fulfillment, that's just all your emotional needs filled into one. So I definitely think that this person is going to come back to you and reconcile with you. But let's see what your other cards have to say. So your next oracle card, you have Dancing in Light. So this card talks about these little fairies that lives in, they're usually found in Louisiana or swamplands, and they're these floating orbs of light dancing on the water. Now the lore of this card is that these could be fairies, but there's also the story of these floating orbs being souls of like loved ones that has passed on. So I feel like not only are you loved by the people that are still around you and alive and in this world right now, you're also loved by your spiritual family, your ancestors, your loved ones that have passed on. Literally every single family member loves you, and I feel that you're a group that has such a strong soul family. You have a very strong soul tribe, and this panther person that you're talking about is like the guardian of this tribe. I don't see that they're like one in the tribe, but they are very important because they protect you and your entire soul family. So when it comes to reconciliation, I definitely think that this person would not leave you, because they will always be there to protect you. Yeah. And I was gonna say, like, even if they're not in a relationship with you or they're not coming back as a partner, however, with the 10 of Cups, I don't see it. I feel like they will come back to you. Even if they're not with you right now, like, they're just off on their own little adventure, but they will realize that what their true calling is and what they really love doing the most is to be there for you and to be protective of you. So I do see that the panther person is going to come back. And your next oracle card, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. And I think that for you, group 2s, like, you know that this panther person is the one, right? But for them, it's almost like your energy is so different from their energy, that maybe at the start, like, you being so family oriented and having such a loving family, because panther to me are more of a solo creatures as well, so that might have taken them off guard, and they might not have necessarily been comfortable with it because it's not something that they're used to, which is possibly why they took a step back or they walked away from this connection. However, they're realizing that you could be the one for them, and that if they want to build a family, if they want to build a stable relationship, you are their best bet because you're exactly what they need. It doesn't mean that you're going to make them comfortable, because comfort means we don't grow. Comfort means that we are stuck in whatever we have before. So they are finally understanding that being around you and the warm and fuzziness making them uncomfortable is something that they'll have to learn to go through, because they want to have a stable family in the future. They want to have this stable love relationship with you, group number 2s. And now let's pull one more oracle card to see what other messages Spirit has with regards to this reconciliation. Spirit, can we have one more card, please, for group number 2 and their reconciliation with their panther person who's gonna come back to them? 2 cards. All right. Let's see. You have abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude, bliss. So this is a card for you. So in the meantime, I think you're being advised to keep a very positive mindset about the situation. And then we also have one more card that came out, and what you got was the Grim Reaper. The relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. I feel like this card is talking about the death card, and it's almost like this is for your panther person. It's like the card that's saying whatever they had before, whatever that made them comfortable before, that part is over, right? The comfort zone that they have of being solo, not relying on anybody, not building a connection with anybody, well, tough luck, kid. Like, that's over. Now you gotta get out of your comfort zone and start creating something beautiful with this person that you know is the one for you. So I think that is the realization that your panther person is having. And I think also feeling like this relationship with you is over is going to trigger them into coming back, because they don't want it to be over, because they realize that you are what they want in terms of relationship, building a stable future together. All right, you have the Knight of Wands that wanted to flip out. So definitely this person is going to realize the importance that you have for them, and they are going to want to come back. They're going to come back really, really fast. And then let's see what else we, ooh, okay. So you also have Judgment that wanted to flip out for you. So with the Judgment card, I am seeing that they are going to rise up for to the occasion. It's almost like they're going to have a rebirth and realize the unhealthy mindset that they had in the past that made it difficult for this relationship to work. So they're going to level up and come back to you. You also have the Moon. So how it's going to happen is unknown. Are they expecting to come back to you? Definitely not. Like, it's going to happen so suddenly and out of the blue that they're like, well, I wasn't expecting to come back, but now I'm like being drawn. My intuition is telling me that this group number 2 is the one for me, and I'm going to go for it, right? I'm going to follow my intuition, step into the unknown, even though it's scary, and I'm going to rise up to the occasion and go towards them. 2 of Swords. So right now, though, I feel like your person is still kind of stuck. Like, they're still deciding. They need to follow their intuition with the Moon that is on there. However, they haven't really reached that conclusion yet. They are going to come to that conclusion. They are going to realize that you are the one, that you could be the one. But right now, they're still at the standstill, unable to move. With the Knight of Pentacles, yeah, they do want to offer you some kind of commitment. Like, they want to give you stability. They want to show you what they could provide for you. They want to be the Knight of Wands and come in very fast energy. But I don't think they're gonna be there yet. Like, not yet, but they will get there. They just need to come to that realization. Oh, and the bottom of your deck energy, you guys have the Death card. So like the Grim Reaper, I really think that they need to go through this metamorphosis, this transformation, and kill their old self, kill their ego, for them to realize that you're the person that is meant to be with them. You're the person for them. You're all they see. They're gonna come to this realization. For you, though, everything is fine, because I feel like even without this person, you have such a wonderful family. You have abundance coming in. You have nothing to worry about. But I definitely do see that this person is going to realize all these things about you. Give it time. I don't think that you should do anything other than to enjoy life, spend time with your family, and just maybe go dancing. Yeah, go dancing, have fun, focus on the blessings that you have. And this person is going to do their own inner work, and they are going to come back to you once they have all these realization and they let their old self die. So that is the reading that I have for you guys, group number 2. It was such a beautiful reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. I really hope it resonated. If it did, you can leave me a like, comment, or subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hi group 3s, if you have chosen this amethyst crystal, this is going to be your reading on whether or not you are going to reconcile with this person. So we are going to start out the reading by doing an energy check-in. We're going to take a look at your energy and your person's energy, and we'll see if that is resonating for you. So I do have the card that represents your energy. However, sometimes our energies could be mirrored, so you might find yourself in the card that represents your person and vice versa. However, if you don't feel like either one of those cards resonates with you, I do recommend that you check out a different group. You might find your energies represented in there. And yeah, let's get started with your reading. So the card that you chose, the Cosmic Egg, is actually a representation of your energy. So with this card, I am getting that you're someone who is very tapped into your intuition. You're possibly very psychic in nature as well, and you're very much in tune or in connection with your spiritual realm. And it's almost making me feel like, because you are so tapped into your intuition, that sometimes you find it difficult for yourself to take action. And yeah, it's like you don't act upon things because your mind is just going like 1,000 miles per second, and you're coming up with a lot of ideas, or you're just getting a lot of epiphanies, a lot of light bulb moments in your head, that you find it difficult to draw the energies from your lower chakras and take action upon what you inherently very strongly believe in your heart, and what you psychically believe as well. I do think that you are somebody who get a lot of psychic dreams and psychic messages from spirit. And to represent your person's energy, he or she, they have the buffalo card. And this is very interesting because in the guidebook for this card, it talks about how the buffalo is also a creature that is connected to their intuition and to the spiritual realm, but they are also someone who is very earthbound. So you can see that being represented in the purple color, which usually represents our crown chakra. And so I think that your person is not so different from you either. Like, they are connected to their spiritual realm. They're connected to their spirit guides. They're connected to their intuition. However, they are somebody that takes action. And they seem like a very gentle soul. Like, they are not someone who gets very angry. It almost feels like they're an earth sign. So they could be a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus. And definitely a Taurus, I think. It could be one of their major signs in their above chart. But yeah, it's like they can carry a lot of weight on their shoulder as well. They take slow, steady actions, and their actions are always called upon by their intuition. So I think it's almost like you look up to them and you admire them because they are somebody who is able to take actions upon their spiritual calling. And I think you find it so admirable. And it's also the fact that they could be a very tall, muscular, or like someone of a very big stature as well. That's like how I would see them physically, but they just seems like a very gentle giant almost. That's such a sweet energy. Anyway, okay, so your next oracle card, well, if this first two cards resonated with you, you can keep watching. But your next oracle card you have is the Six of Action. So this is the Six of Wands, and it says, what a wonderful experience for you. Your project is a total success, bringing awards, promotions, and other recognition for your efforts. Well done. If someone who can help you offers assistance, know that this person is heaven sent, and say yes. So I feel like with this Six of Wands energy, I think this is coming from this person. Like, I feel like you feel like this person, this buffalo person, is heaven sent because they're kind of everything that you want to be. And they might have been so helpful in a way as well in helping you achieve certain dreams of yours. I'm also seeing that if that was not the case, I think that if this reconciliation is something that you really want, is something that your soul is calling you towards, something that you have to do, I feel like once you start to take action, you will be successful in what you want to achieve with regards to this connection. I think with the cosmic egg, again, it is very important for you to take action. I think that is what you need to learn through this experience right now. It is learning to take action. But when you do take action, it's good to know that you will be victorious. You will be able to achieve what you had in mind. And then your next oracle card, you guys actually had two of these cards, and you have Messenger of Emotion. So this is, I believe this is the Page of Cups. And this says this is the beginning of a new emotional experience that could grow into something deeper. You may receive a message expressing feelings that you didn't even know were developing. A social invitation could soon be on its way to you. There's a person involved who's very gentle and loving and with only the kindest of intentions. It could be you, especially if you are artistic, shy, and sensitive. I think that the gentle person is definitely talking about the buffalo person. Again, could be you, but it could also be your person. But I also see that there is a need to like take action, like take a very not aggressive action, but a very loving, caring, flirtatious, almost like a very old school romantic kind of action to achieve the reconciliation that you want to have with this person. So maybe write them a love letter. Don't text them. If you know their address, write them a letter. Put it in the mail. It could be something really sweet for them. But again, the message of make sure you take action. Your next oracle card that you guys have is say it out loud. Another card talking about expressing yourself. I feel almost like you want this connection to work and you want this reconciliation to happen so much. However, you're not somebody that takes action. It's almost like you're very passive. You would want this other person to come towards you, but they're like the earth energy. They're slow and they might not take fast actions either. And it's also like they see you. They see that, like you see how the buffalo is looking at the snake person. They see the snake person and they kind of want the snake person to take action because they also see that the snake person is just always in the spiritual realm and not connected to earth. And so the buffalo person wants the snake person to take some kind of tangible action. So saying it out loud, if there is a desire that you have, if your desire is to get back together with this buffalo person, say it out loud. I think you need to express it. You need to express your wants and needs so that this buffalo person knows, so that the universe knows, so that everybody knows that this is what you need. If you let it continue to stay alive only in your mind, Taylor Swift's lyric, what if he's written on my upper thigh, only in my mind? If you only let it exist in your mind, how is it ever going to come to fruition? I know that we are drawn by our intuitions. We get spiritual downloads or images, visions. Those are all possible. You have the feeling in your heart that tells you that this person is the one. I definitely think that is true. Like you can feel all of that, but if you don't take actions, none of that is going to come into fruition and become a reality. Okay, and then your next, oh my gosh, okay, your next card, you have flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Every single card that you have in your oracle portion is telling you to express your feelings for this buffalo person or for the other person. You need to take action. Group number 3, you need to express your feelings, say it out loud, let this person know how much they mean to them and how much you want them. If you want to reconcile with this person, you need to express it. You have the Grim Reaper. The relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. Now, I don't think that the relationship is over. However, just like this card came out for the previous group as well. So if you're drawn, group number 2 is a group that I would recommend that you check out as well. However, with the Grim Reaper, I'm seeing that you need to put an end to a cycle. Like you need to put an end to something unhealthy or something that is no longer serving you. And definitely the energy that I'm getting is that your inaction is no longer serving you. You need to end that relationship that you have with that inaction so that you can pursue this relationship with the buffalo person, or one of it is going to have to end. So it's either you end your comfort zone, get out of your comfort zone, express yourself, or this relationship cannot continue. This cannot reconcile unless you change something about you. Ooh! All right. Oh my gosh. I definitely recommend you checking out group number 2, but the card that dropped out for you was the 10 of Cups. Group number 2 also got this same card, so very interesting. But you have 10 of Cups. Like, I think if you allow this unhealthy trait of yours living in your own head, if you allow that to end, right, get out of your comfort zone, I think that your wishes and desires for having a beautiful relationship, a beautiful family is definitely possible. Like, look at the card. You have the 10 of Cups that come out on your first card. You also have the 7 of Cups. What you wish, what you desire is going to come into fruition. This also, okay, again, this also talks about you building castles in the sky, right? Like, you need to take tangible action. You can't just look at all the possibilities, all the things that could go wrong, all the things that could go right, and just weigh out the pros and cons in your head. You can't keep doing that. You have to take action. Whether the action is going to lead you to something good or something bad, you still have to take the action, or nothing is going to happen. 6 of Pentacles. I think Spirit is saying that when you do take action, that you will realize that the universe is very giving, right? Like, you taking action is going to help you understand that you live in a loving, giving world and that you get whatever you desire. Then you have the 8 of Cups. Walking away from something that is no longer serving you is going to be very crucial in reconciliation. And walking into the unknown, almost taking that leap of faith to step into the future that you don't really know what's going to be there. But again, 8 of Cups to me talks about getting out of your comfort zone, stepping into the unknown, following your intuition, but taking action by walking away. And then you have the 2 of Wands, and this to me talks about how, ooh, you just have a very strong energy. Oh my gosh, you have the 2 of Swords that flipped out as well. I was gonna say you have a very strong energy of inaction. Group number 3, like, you're not taking a lot of actions. You need to. I think the moment of stagnation is over. You need to get out of that comfort zone. With the 2 and 2 as well, I do see that is a very balanced energy. 2s could be very significant. 22 could be very significant. You guys also have the 6 of Cups at the end. So it's like you need to show this offer of love. Like, you need to be the one taking action. If you're going to wait for this Buffalo person to come towards you, I don't see that they will. Not because they don't want to, but I think it's because they don't know what you want. Because I think all your desires live in your head and you don't really express them outwards. So definitely express your desires, talk to this person, give them loving words, and get out of this non-moving 2 energy and take action. Like, move towards what you want, move towards the 10 of Cups, the brighter future that you want. Start that by offering love to, or offering words of love to the person that is important to you. Alright, so group 3, that is the reading that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I really do hope this resonated with you. If it did, you can leave me a like, comment, or subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!